This meeting is being recorded.
Whoa, that was a new name, new voice. Somebody has a different voice. All right, hello, welcome to our chaos call for February, planning March. This call always happens like usually 2 weeks before the end of the month. So for example, next month we will have it on April, I just looked at it, 19th. So if you want to put that in your calendars now, April 19th is our next chaos call. And actually it's the best call because we will be planning quarterly goals for quarter two. So that'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern, put it on your calendars. I just think it's the best one because I feel like it's the reason the whole rest of all of April, May, and June work. And I try really hard to like think through how to share this with you guys, but so much of it is based off of what I do in December, March, June, August. Is that right? No, September, and then December. So those, it really just helps you. They're actually 12-week, it's like a 12-week goal setting. And I feel like there's a book called 12-week work year, something like that, 12-week. I don't know what it's called, but I've never actually read it. So didn't steal it from them, but this is definitely how I operate. And it has been so helpful. So we are gonna, this is an active call. You wanna get out your planners. We work from, you wanna kind of put all of the stuff in here. I then take everything here and I send my husband invites. That's how we operate. I'm a pen and paper. He's a electronic. So we kind of work together in that facet. And the best part is because it's now on on your actual physical thing, most of the time you will get to, or I shouldn't say most of the time, you will next year be able to bust this out and you'll already kind of have things in place for, you'll be able to look back and say, okay, well, this is what I did this year, or this is what I was going on, or here's some more things to budget for, or we don't have this on this day, or, all those things. So it's great to have. So get the planner out and start. Oh, missed that one. Birthdays, whatever is happening. Birthdays, I don't actually need to do. Okay, that's better. So yes, you want to put down, did you make it through all the birthdays, Carrie?
We did. This month is finally like only a few birthdays in March.
Feels better, huh?
Yeah. They're like literally all the week of the 12th. There were like 6 birthdays that week.
Oh my gosh. Unfortunately. So much all the time. Yep. Cadence. Birthday. So just get all anything you have, events coming up, birthdays, anniversaries, if you're someone who celebrates other people's anniversaries. If your kids, oh sure, I gotta go get that real quick. 13th, okay. Oh, how did I miss that? 40s. And then we'll go over traditions and we'll go over some other things to think about. So funny. I'm like, man, we really have all the birthdays in March. March, I feel like March is not February for us. Kind of liked February. It felt very blah, nothing. What else? St. Patrick's Day, Holly, Karen, Caroline. Okay. Next. Okay. So Patty's Day. All right. Everybody have all your things. So working on all of them. Oops, what's on there? All right, let me pull up. Ways to be intentional in March. So obviously this is a great month. We'll talk about goals in a second. Actually, I won't even jump ahead. Holiday, national holidays, March 2020. It's kind of fun. All right, we got Peanut Butter Lovers Day. It's already on my calendar. National Frozen Food Day is on the 6th. Popcorn Lovers, Johnny Appleseed, National Pie, Potato Chip, St. Patrick's Day, World Down Syndrome Day, National Goof Off Day, National Chips and Dip Day, Puppy Day, Palm Sunday. Oh, and Daylight Savings is on the 12th, right?
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean we spring forward? Right? So if it says it's 6 o'clock, it's really 7 o'clock because it's lighter later. Yeah, that's right. National Waffle Day, Spinach Day, Something on a Stick Day. Take a walk in the park day. That's what she got for March. It's kind of funny. Okay, well, let's start talking. Oh, it's Dr. Seuss's birthday in March. That's another one. That's on the 2nd. That's also the Read International Day of Reading, right? First day of spring is on the 20th. Pickle Day. These are just wild. Make up your own holiday. Sounds accurate. International Women's Day. All right. Anything else that I'm missing for fun traditions in March that you guys can think of?
Spring break.
We are not till April.
You're not till April.
No, we usually go Easter, spring break.
Oh, okay.
That's how our school works it. I don't know why. They always have.
Yeah.
Which isn't the worst. I mean, it kind of makes life a little easier because I feel like we know exactly what we kind of get a break and then,
Yeah. This is always the last week of March. It goes until a couple days of April, but always the last like partial days of March into April. But if it was around Easter, possibly it could have been a little bit warmer.
it is, yeah, it is kind of nice because like it is getting warmer. If you have like letters from your school, this is like a great time to get out all of that because I feel like there's always stuff that's kind of popping up. I'm trying to think of any right now. My brain is like, what else is there? Are you guys doing readathons right now at your schools?
We kind of vote on a week for like a right to read week every year. They like change it so then the theme can be changed. So this year, like it was around Christmas time. So it was like, I forget the theme, Santa around the world or Soaring to reading. I don't know. I forget.
Got it.
I'm still not sure.
Mhm.
What else do we have? I'm trying to think if there's. All right. So once you've got your calendar kind of in writing and you have all your things down, this is where we kind of set goals for March. So you either have goals already pre-made because you were a part of our quarterly call in December, which is when we set these, which is wild. So this is how I set mine up. I kind of like this. So this is like my March, and these right here at the bottom are my March quarterly goals. So I'm doing pretty decent in what I was trying to accomplish for the month or for the quarter. So obviously those are all going to now go. They have no choice. They have to move to my month goal sheet because, well, there's no more time. This is the last one. Break. Easter. I would love to hear, what do you guys do for Easter for your families? What are things that you like to do? Anybody care to share?
I don't know. My kids are older, so I guess a lot of times I do like swimming suits and beach towels and just kind of like stuff like that I know they're going to need a little bit more,
Yeah.
flip-flops and I don't know.
No, I like that. I feel like you told me
Something
that
useful.
last year and I did that. Now that you say that out loud.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you?
I'm
is
open for
everybody-
ideas.
Oh, go ahead, Tiffany. What'd you say?
I'm open for ideas because I'm trying to stay away from the red 40 and all the unhealthy stuff
Oh,
and
the
like
guys.
all the holidays. That's all it is the junk, junk, junk. So yeah, creative ideas.
It is pretty excessive.
Mhm.
It is pretty wild what is going into our kids' candy.
Mhm.
I wish I had an answer for you, but I can't say that I do. But yeah, this is a good time to look at, and we of course will talk about what we're going to do in April at the end on March 19th. But these are, so maybe you didn't do the quarterly call, but this would be like, okay, what am I trying to finish by the end of March? This is a great month to declutter. And I'm obviously doing the declutter calendar, so I plan to be done by March. And I feel like we tackled like a huge one yesterday, and it feels, I just can't get over how good it feels to like finish these areas. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just, I showed my dad the garage, and he was like, I was like, yeah, I was gonna take everything out and start today, and he's like, no, you just leave that for me. And I was like, oh, Dad, he's coming in like it's in May. I'm like, I don't know if I can leave this for you. This is pretty disastrous. I don't know if I'll make it. Of course, my husband was like, I think you could probably leave it for him. Of course, you wouldn't say that. Do you guys do anything for St. Patty's Day?
We just wear green.
Just wear green? Or
Yeah.
matching green?
No.
No. Um, All right. So here's a couple things that you can think of as you're setting goals for March, and you kind of assess like the 7 areas of health. So like, what are you doing for your marriage in March? Do you have a date night planned? Do you have, I don't know, some way of intentionally loving him well? What about your kids? Are you maybe like a couple of like one-on-one dates with each of them? So kind of thinking through that. And then, you know, your physical health. What is your fitness goal? I'm trying to amp it up. We leave for Mexico in May, and so I feel like I'm really trying to, well, plus I'm 40 in a very short amount of time, so I'm trying to like dial it in and finish this 39th year strong. So I'm toying with the idea of just being like crazy clean, almost a little bit psychopath. Kind of like doing that from time to time. It's fun. It's like a game. It's a challenge of yourself, right? Actually, okay, so I've been trying to find, and do any of you macro count? Do you macro count through which app, Nicole?
First Form.
You do First Form.
Yeah.
Do you still like it?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm toying with switching back to my Fitness Pal because I almost like that better. And I think my app is coming up too soon and I don't like paying for it.
It does. Yeah, that's right. You have to pay
So.
for it. I know. I was toying with, I was trying to find a few different ones, and I feel like I'm back now to, I'm back to, what's it called? The only thing that I do like, or back to my Fitness Pal, is do you feel like my Fitness Pal gives you the percentages, or do you have to put them in yourself?
Oh, I've always had to put them in myself. I feel like I would just
tell you what are your actual percentages are. That's what I've been looking. That's what I've been like trying to find. Macro calculator. No, you're gonna tell me. Let's see if this one has a free one. And I ended up paying for one yesterday, and then I got to the end and it was like, it instantly didn't give me what I wanted. I was like, and we're back. Anyway, so I'm going to be super, so those are my physical goals. So you can make a physical goal. Maybe you're wanting to read a book, which like, you know, personal development, growth. So maybe coming up with a book that you're going to read for March. Business goals, whatever those look like, you know, in our world, telling what day, you know, how much do you want to sell to hit commission levels? These are great. So that'd be your occupational health. And then maybe your, what am I missing? I'm missing so many. Your spiritual health, what are you reading? How are you, you know, do you have some prompts for your journal life, or do you have a devotional you maybe need to pick up? Making sure that's kind of taken care of. And then, so we did spiritual, emotional. What are some good emotional health goals? Maybe you need to get out and do some things. I already had planned a line dancing night. Get that on the calendar. Forgot already. Line dancing. Emotional, physical, you got your health, relational, your family, occupational, goals for your occupation, that's 5. Spiritual, emotional, physical, relational. Hang on, I have them right here. Know where they are. Financial, ooh, good one. Your financial health, what are you working on for your financial health? Are you tracking every dollar? Are you saving for something? Do you need to buy something? Put that on the list. And then, so we had physical health, financial, relational, spiritual, mental. That would be, I think, what book are you reading? What are you listening to? Are you taking time for yourself? Maybe some bath, some self-care. your emotional health, and then your occupational health. So we got them. We got them. So those are some great things to assess and think about. What are some of those goals that you have for this specific month? It's just so important to have, and it's just only going to give you, courage to do what you need to do in some of those areas. So don't take for granted what a new month can hold opportunities to, but also leaving room for grace, because life's not perfect and it's going to throw you some wild, it's like looking ahead and being like, well, I didn't think February would go that way. We never know, right? Like life is full of so many twists and turns. And so being prepared just to kind of roll with the punches, but having a plan, at least for all of those specific areas. Maybe, I think it's fun to have a mileage goal for the month, like walk, run, bike. Having those are kind of fun to have, just because they're easy to track and they give you something to work towards. And if you find yourself on March 24th and you're lacking, then, it's like, all right, I'm going to spend the next 6 days and I'm just going to like power through and do extra walking or extra running. So those are kind of fun to have as well. And then, I think that's all. Anybody questions, or do you feel good about your month? This is why I always like doing this, because it feels very satisfying. Like the most satisfying day to have it all right in front of you.
Okay, so I'm new to the group,
Yeah.
and this is going to be very helpful because I'm just kind of like not a planner at all.
Sure.
Kind of by the seat of my pants, and it's always chaos. So I just appreciate you opening this up to more of us to be able to take advantage of it.
No problem. I mean, I think it's such simple concepts, but it does take discipline and consistency to put it into play. And eventually you get to the place where you really are just, making moves in your life, and you're not sitting and watching and being like, oh, another month went by and I did exactly what I said I was not going to, and not doing, this, that, or the other. I feel like if you made plans for January, February, March, and you get to the end of March and you're like, man, I did nothing I was going to say I said I was going to do. That says a lot about you as a person. And it obviously gives you some like sucker punches to be like, all right, I'm ready to kind of fix that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, a lot of it is birthdays. Like I'm like, okay, well, I need to go shopping day of.
No, I always try like 2 weeks before. The days that like someone texts me and they're like, and it's before their birthday, and they're like, hey, is this from you? Or I think I got a birthday gift, or I got your birthday gift in the mail, and it's early. I feel like I've won a battle, because I think for years it was always like, oh my gosh, I forgot, or I didn't even call them or whatever. And knowing like I've got 5 people on my list already and their presents have already been sent, and that feels great.
That's amazing.
It was really great. So yes, you're welcome. I'm glad you are here to receive the good stuff. Any other questions, thoughts, anything? We will stay on and do Everyday Mother call. Those are for the women who are in the business side of Shaklee. So for those that are not, you are free to go, unless you want to stay on and learn, then you can totally do that too. If you run a business, just might not be about yours, but you could always put it into action for yours. But I'm going to stop record on this one. For sure. No more questions. No. Okay, great.